Hello, my name is Tim Shoebridge. Welcome to this video. Now, a while ago, I did a video called TRON. It was basically a homage to the Mellotron and the Chamberlin. The Chamberlin being the instrument that Harry Chamberlain invented way back in the late 40s, early 50s. It really did change the face of music in the 1970s, certainly in terms of rock music and pop music. And now in that video, I was playing and showcasing sounds on a little digital Mellotron instrument called the Mellotron Micro. And I was saying how much I really loved that instrument. I don't have it anymore. And the reason I don't have it is because I sold it and upgraded. I upgraded to the one that I really wanted, which is its big brother, the Mellotron M4000D. Now this is a full-size Mellotron keyboard here, wooden keys, little sensors on every single key, so it's actually got polyphonic aftertouch, and it's the best poly aftertouch keyboard I've ever played on, I have to say. But this is an expensive instrument, it's a niche instrument, and it's not going to be for everybody. I'm not going to go through this instrument and review it in this video. That's not the purpose of this video. What I want to do is actually talk about this little box, because I bought this little box on eBay a little while ago. It would normally be a very expensive box, but I got it quite cheaply on eBay, and I want to just basically show you and play for you what is in this box, because this Mellotron is expandable. You can put little cards in the back of it and expand the number of sounds. It already comes with 200 sounds, but you can add loads more, and that's what I want to show you, because I'm really quite excited by what's in this little box, or what was in this little box. It's now in the back, and I can do something like this. The thing is that when big artists and groups got hold of their Mellotrons back in the 70s and into the 80s even, when they got hold of them, they wanted more than the sounds that were inside them. The Mellotron 400, for example, only had 3 different sounds. It had physical tapes. They were like multi-track tapes, so you could, with a dial or a control, you could move the tape heads left and right to select different sounds, but there was only enough room for 3 sounds on each tape. So obviously if your name is Paul McCartney, for example, you're going to say, listen guys, can I have some different tapes in my Mellotron? Or actually, I've got some of my own recordings I'd like to put on tapes and put in the Mellotron. Can you do that for me? And that became a whole sideline business for Mellotron back at the height of its popularity. You know, bands like Tangerine Dream, for example. Here's a photograph of Tangerine Dream, their setup. And you can count the Mellotrons there. So many Mellotrons that they had on stage, because there were no digital samplers. And so for them, it was a way of capturing some complex sounds that they wanted to be able to play. You know, those complex sounds they'd created in the studio somehow, but they wanted an easy way to be able to play them in a live concert. And so that was a really big business for Mellotron, was actually providing these tapes that were specific to what artists wanted. And here on one of these expansion cards that I've got for my Mellotron, it's like a gold mine of incredible sounds that really well-known artists wanted. So Mellotron had the master tapes to all of these artist sounds, and they've ended up here in this little expansion card. So I'm just going to go through and play you some of these sounds that I've got here with this expansion card. I just would like to share them with you because I just think they're absolutely incredible. That's what's coming up in this video. I really do hope you enjoy it. As always, thank you very much for watching.
Again?
Okay, so there's quite often where there is the same sound on more than one note, and I think one of the reasons for that, maybe the main reason for that, is that when you take your finger off of a note, the tape has to rewind back to the beginning again, and that takes a certain amount of time. So if you want to hit the beat with a little rhythm like we've got going in here, then ideally you'd have more than one note playing the same sound like this. Now these are all some kind of orchestral piece that's split across the keys, and they're repeated over 3 octaves.
Q, 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 Q. Bruce, 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 Bruce. You, ha, 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 up. fun, fun.
There you go. That hopefully gives you an idea of the kind of sounds you'll get on expansion card number 2 for the Mellotron M4000D. It's a lot of money for the card if you buy it new. It's a lot of money for the Mellotron if you buy it new. It won't be for everybody, and not everyone will be able to afford one of these things. But for me, that card really is kind of priceless. There's some really wonderful sounds on it. So I haven't picked out everything. There's so much to choose from on that card. I picked out a few things. But if that's not enough, you can always do this.